shakeup at City Hall downtown as a city council member is taking over a major economic development group.
KMBC 9's Eric Graves talked with City Council member Andrea Bough. And Eric, the timing of this is coinciding with a major part of the plan to build the Royals Stadium downtown.
There's a lot going on here, guys.
Yes.
That's all happened very quickly. We were supposed to hear more about a taxing district to help pay for the Royals Stadium today. Instead, that meeting got moved as the new CEO and president began her first day. Now, former City Councilwoman Andrea Bough spoke to reporters in the entryway of the Economic Development Corporation of KC Wednesday morning.
This economic development has been in my professional blood for years.
Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas announced early Wednesday Bough would be taking over as president and CEO of the EDC KC. She's replacing Tracey Lewis. A group picture, including Lewis, hangs in the EDC entryway.
He came in 4 years ago when the EDC was having some difficult times, and he did a wonderful job of moving the EDC out of those difficult times.
Lucas didn't give a reason for why Lewis was removed. Bough comes into it right before the Tax Increment Financing, or TIF, Commission of the EDC is set to evaluate the TIF for the new Royals Stadium at Crown Center. It's a major part in the public financing of the stadium.
It is our job now as the EDC and as a city to ensure that the finances work so that the taxpayers are not on the hook.
Bough chaired the Finance Committee, which recommended the $1.9 billion Royals project to go before the full council on August 18th. 2 days later, on August 20th, she voted yes again on the project in a full council meeting. Critics have been frustrated with the speed the Royals project has gone through council. Now, on August 26th, she lands the EDC president and CEO job. She told reporters she's not worried about the optics, and she didn't get the job because of her work getting the proposal through the Finance Committee. Mayor Lucas says the change was made based on long-term city economic development goals.
The change, first of all, has nothing to do with anything else going on. We always look at how we can be most dynamic in terms of economic development in Kansas City long-term.
The mayor is now going to have to appoint someone to fill that vacant city council position, and we're going to have more from the mayor this Sunday on Heart of the Matter.
Now, there was one city council member in particular who called the possible financing for the Royals' new ballpark. It could be power and light on steroids. Now, what does that mean? And talk about what Bough had to say about that.
Yeah, that was in that August 20th meeting where the council put through the Royals plan, and that's referring to about $15 million a year that's coming out of the general fund to pay for the power and light bonds because it hasn't been successful enough to pay them off. Bough says the city has learned a lot since then, and they'll do everything they can to make sure they don't dip into the general fund to pay for this project too.
Now, this isn't the first time this summer that we have talked about the Economic Development Corporation. 3 people were fired, and that surprised everybody. Eric, talk about that.
There was a little bit of surprise. It came right after the World Cup. It was in about mid-July. Then President and CEO Tracey Lewis, who we just told you about in the story, explained it as an effort to improve services through restructuring. At the time, at least one city council member told KMBC 9 he was surprised by the firings and already concerned about the EDC being short-staffed.
All right, so needless to say, there's more to come.
Yes, I think so.
Thank you, Eric. Well, Bough says she is hoping to have a third-party financial analysis of the Royals Stadium plan ready for the September 9th TIF Commission meeting. The commission could take a vote then on whether or not to recommend it to the City Council.